So I've been buying so many of the reproduction patterns on simplicity.com that I decided to finally get some original ones. Welcome back, I hope you're doing fantastic, and if you're new, I'm Vogue, and this is my creative space where I share with you all of my crafty shenanigans, and today I have the first pile of what is the start of my vintage sewing pattern collection. So also let me share with you, I have done a little thing with my hair. I'm still deciding if I like it. It's the first time that I've done any kind of fringe or bangs, but yeah. So far I think I like it, but yeah, don't leave any mean comments, please. My ego is already very fragile. So back to the sewing patterns. I bought all of this on eBay, as I mentioned. Part of them were bought as single listings that were on eBay, and the other ones that came from the UK were all in a single listing. So someone that was probably either selling something from their grandma or they were doing a big de-stash, so I bought them as an entire lot, and it was actually very cheap. What was not cheap was the import customs that I had to pay on all of this, and that's something that I actually forgot. But let's not talk about that. I will set up a second camera here so I can give you a proper look at the pattern. So give me a second, I'll be right back. So hopefully now you're able to see I have a second camera right here, which is actually my phone, and with it I will be able to give you a good look at the pile of patterns that I have here to share with you. So just before I go to the pattern, let me just show you the sleeves. So I have bought this. I just wanted to share with you this. These are basically some plastic protective sleeves that are meant to store comic books, I think, and they are perfect to store the sewing patterns and make sure that they stay protected. So yeah, all of them, I bought one of these for each, and I keep them in this when they are stored. But yeah, I removed it because, you know, it's plastic, is going to be reflecting and you don't need to see this. So let me just show you the ones that I bought. It's this one. So they are comic bags and they are acid free. So they are supposed to be the ones that you need to use in order to archive and protect your sewing patterns. But now to the sewing patterns. Let's start with the first one, which is this one. And this one, and the brand of this one is Arnold. So I've never seen this brand before. This was the only sewing pattern that I could find of this specific brand. It is German, and unfortunately I couldn't see in the listing, but this one is size 40, which I think is a bust of 90 centimeters. I think you can see. And I think this one is maybe a little bit too big for me, so I'm not sure if in the end I will keep this one. I'm still deciding. And it is still actually sealed in a plastic packaging, plastic wrapping, so it's factory folded. This one was never used. I really like this thing of the vintage sewing patterns that at the back you can see all of the sewing pieces that come with it. But yeah, as you can see, this one is entirely in German. Looking at this second view, actually if you look at me in the camera, this second view actually kind of looks and reminds me at least of the dress that I'm wearing right now because of the collar. It is more of a simple shirt dress. I really fall every time for shirt dresses. So yeah, I really like this one. I like the design, but I may not keep it since it is a little bit too big for me. And now to the second one. The second one is a Butterick one. And if you look at this one actually, the envelope is printed in black and white. And I believe this is in black and white because it was printed in the UK and not printed in the US. It has all of these notes from the previous owner, which I completely don't mind. They are like the history of the sewing pattern that I got from the previous owner. This one is a bust 32, so my real size is size 33, and a size 33 in vintage sewing patterns for me has been very hard to find. So I buy all of the patterns, that most of them in a size 32 or 34, and then I can grade up or down a little bit and they should be able to fit me. And a lot bigger than that, and then it's a big adjustment, so I stay clear of those. So this design has grown-on sleeves from the bodice. It is really pretty. I am not much one for pencil skirts, but this design, it just looks so classy. I really like this one. So this one came in the same lot of the previous one, and again we have here all of the pieces, and yeah, the bodice pieces all have the sleeve incorporated, so they are one piece. I really like this one. The envelope is in a bit of a bad state, but I don't mind. I actually checked the pattern, and I believe it is complete. All of the pieces are there, and that is what matters when using one of these patterns, at least for me. I don't really mind if the envelope is in a bit of a bad condition. So yeah, this is a really nice one, and I should try this one eventually. By the way, I'm getting all of these patterns. I'm not promising to sew them soon. I'm mostly building a collection. I just really like to have them. But yeah, I'm getting all of them mostly in my size so that I am able to sew them eventually. I just don't know when eventually is going to be. And the next one is this, and this is actually a top sewing pattern, so a woven top sewing pattern. And let me give you a better look. So this is Butterick 8206. If I remember with all of them, I'll put right here somewhere the year in which this design was released. I'll try to find it on the internet and post it here for you. So this one is supposed to be quick and easy according to them. So it has one back piece and one front piece, and you have optional sleeves, so long sleeves or short sleeves. Something I really like about vintage sewing patterns is that the sleeve patterns very often have darts as well. I haven't seen any more recent sewing patterns with darts in the sleeve, so I find this something that is only on vintage sewing patterns. So I have to try one of them to see if those darts in the sleeves actually make some difference in how the sleeve feeds. I think that's the aim of having the darts there. But yeah, I'm curious to try one of these and see if it actually makes a difference. So where was I? We have these 4 views in the pattern, and yeah, so it is supposed to be a very quick and easy. I would very likely crop it because I usually like tops to finish at my waist, but this one would be a nice one to leave along as well and then use with the skirt. So yeah, not much to say about this one. This one will likely stay in my collection. And the next one is Butterick 7867, and this is a pencil skirt. So this is a nice one to go in combination with the previous one, and again, this was part of the same lot from the UK. As you can see, this one as well is supposed to be quick and easy according to them. Let's see if it is that quick and easy. But I really appreciate that all of the different views. I believe this one is supposed to be kind of a faux wrap on that side. And again, it has some notes from the previous owner. Yeah, so it's simple. In terms of pieces, it is indeed something simple, and would be a nice one to start for a beginner if you're into pencil skirts. I think this kind of pattern is a good one to start. But yeah, now that I look, this one is a size 40. I think my waist is a size 27 inches, and this one is a 30, so this one is a little bit too big. If I have other ones in my collection that end up being similar to this one, and may end up passing this one along to a new owner. So the next one is Butterick 8402, and actually looking at this one, let me show you. This one kind of seems like a combination of the previous two, since, and let me show you at the back, we have a top, actually here, looking at the views here, I have the top sleeveless with sleeves, I have a pencil skirt, or something that looks like a pencil skirt, and then I have a gatherer skirt. It kind of eliminates the need for the previous two, and this one is in my size, so this is a size 34, so kind of have already a pencil skirt on it, and has as well the top, and this top, you know, with the sleeveless version and with the long sleeves, will be easy to crop the sleeves and make it a short sleeve. So I think that this one, since it is in my size, kind of replaces this two, so I may pass this two along and keep just this one to make it easy, because this one, yeah, just incorporates all of the other ones. I just need to double check if this one is complete, because that's something that I still didn't check. This lot that I bought from the UK was sold as it is. That's what it was mentioned in the listing, so they didn't check if the patterns were complete or not. That's something that I had to check myself. And this one I didn't check yet, so I probably will. And yeah, if this one is complete, I may pass these two along. And I actually believe that these two are factory folded, so these two were never used. Now, this one was used for sure. It's really, you know, bulky. The pieces are kind of not correctly folded. Let me show you. You can see, it's easy to see that this one was used previously. So these two were never cut into, so they would be good ones to pass along to someone else. So, and the next one is a dress, and this is the one that made me buy this lot. This lot was, I believe, £6 only, British pounds, and that was actually quite cheap. And this is Butterick 6766, and this is the one that made me buy the entire lot. I really am a sucker for all of the dresses. Let me give you a better look, and here is the pattern. So I really like this dress. There is a difference in the collar and in the sleeves. It is a really nice, I think, kind of a timeless fit. I just really am curious to see how I would like one of these patterns that has grown on sleeves. So I really want to try one of these. I think this will be a good one. And this one also brings a piece for the belt. So if I have good fabric to make a matching belt, that's something that I can try to do as well. So yeah, I really like this one. This was the one that made me buy the entire lot. I didn't check if it is complete, but it is definitely used, so I really hope that it is. And the next one is kind of another basic one. It's Butterick 6167, and this one is what it seems to be a full circle skirt. Again, quick and easy as it should be. Let me see, is it a full circle skirt? This skirt, it's half a circle skirt, so not a full circle skirt, but it's still a really nice one. This is a nice basic. I don't think I have another one, at least not in this lot, of a circle skirt. This one is a little bit too small for me. The waist is 26, but maybe it has some ease and it would still be able to fit me. If not, I think I'll be able to easily grade this one and add just 1 inch at the waist and make it fit me. And this is a good one to start working with vintage sewing patterns. So it's just a circle skirt. If you've done that before, you probably can work with this pattern as well. Yeah, so I hope this one is complete. I think it is, because it's quite chunky, probably quite big pieces, but it's probably complete. And yeah, this one is staying in my collection. So all of these were the ones that I bought in that listing from the UK. Now I'll show you the ones that I bought as an individual listing. And this one, the first one that I'm going to show you, I didn't notice that the envelope was in such a bad condition, so much so that you can see the pieces are outside. I didn't, I had no courage to try to put them inside the envelope. Let me give you a better look. Here it is. Let me show you the envelope in specific. This is a McCalls pattern, McCalls 4031. Let me see. Here it is. And the envelope is so torn. All of the little pieces of the paper keep falling apart. But it seems to be a very nice design. I mean, wait, let me just show you. But yeah, you can see here the state of this envelope. I really like the dress of this one. I do not mind. I think this thing is called a gilet, but I do not care about this much as I care for the dress. But this is also complete and included in the pattern. Here you can see the actual design drawing of the dress, and all of the pieces are there. A lot of pieces in this one. The envelope is in very bad condition, but again, all of the pieces are there. It's very usable. And this one is in my size. So this one I bought as an individual listing. This is a bust 32. Probably this one has enough ease to fit me. I really like that this one has this dart that goes to the side. So it's kind of different instead of being the usual that has the darts that go to the waist. So yeah, I really like this one. And let me show you. So you can see here, even the instructions are kind of damaged, but again, all of the pieces are there. There is actually even a hole on this piece. This thing was not as detailed in the listing of how damaged this pattern was. I mean, it was quite cheap, to be honest. I would have bought it anyway, because the actual dress is there. I just hope that this damage is not mice damage, that hole that I can see in the pattern. But it seems to be mostly water damage. You can see when I open the envelope, it is kind of dark. It seems to be, let me see, as you can see there, this seems a little more like moisture damage, and that's what I hope that it is. But yeah, this one, I will keep the envelope separate from the pieces because yeah, it's not worth it, right, to shove it there. And as I showed in the beginning, I keep this in those plastic sleeves. And yeah, I will definitely try this one. I really like this dress, and this is why I bought it. So yeah, as long as I can make the dress, I don't mind much about the condition of the envelope. But I just switched that this was more detailed, the actual state of the envelope in the actual listing. And as I'm speaking, little pieces of the paper are falling apart. So yeah, that one is going straight into the sleeve so it doesn't continue falling apart. And the next one is actually a Vogue pattern. I really fell in love with this one. It is kind of a simple design. It is Vogue 6469. And look at this. Let me give you a proper view of this one. Man, as expected from Vogue, this is a really nice design. The dress has this, I'm not sure if you call this French dart. I believe this one comes with a piece to make the belt as well. The drawings in the covers are just so nice. I really hope that the dress comes up half as cute as the one from the cover. Something that I'll definitely change about this dress is the back. It is closed with buttons, and I'll change it for a zipper because I don't have someone that can just help me get into and out of the dress all the time. But the design is so gorgeous that modifying the back to have a zipper instead would be totally worth it. So this dress is supposed to have three views, A, B, and C. View A, you have this insert in the skirt that you can make on a contrasting fabric. View A, you can make it the same inserts but in the same fabric. And view C, it is without any of the inserts. The pieces for the skirts are the same because I did check this pattern. You just have, I believe, some notches on where to sew the inserts, but yeah, this is a really nice one. I'm not sure if I would, fiddle around with the inserts, but it's definitely a nice touch that you can use if you want. It's definitely staying in my collection. So, and the next one is the one, actually the first one that I bought before all of the ones that I showed you previously. This is the one that started it all, and this is Butterick 7427. So the area 7427 is actually a little bit ripped, but you can see here it is just stunning. Let me give you a better look. This one is actually a dress and a jumper. I really love this design. I mean, look at the drawing. It just gets me every time. There's something about vintage sewing patterns, the way that they did the drawings that, is just gorgeous. I really hope that the dress comes half as nice as the drawing. You can see this one, I actually have two wools in my stash. One that is dark blue, that would be great to make this jumper. And one that is gray with the stripes as well, that would be great to make this dress and kind of replicate what we can see here in the cover. This is just a really nice one. This one was supposed to be complete. According to the listing, it was already used, cut but complete. When I got it, I checked all of the pieces, but unfortunately I was missing piece number 2, which is the front of the dress. I mean, I did contact the seller. She was very helpful. She can't find the piece and she said that she would give me a discount on a next purchase. I mean, it is a fine. From all of the pieces that would be missing from this design, I would probably choose for it to be one of the skirt pieces, since it is just a half circle skirt. Oh no, it's actually a full circle skirt. I mean, it's something that I can easily replicate using the back piece. So yeah, could have been worse, and I don't want to send it back because I really love this design. If you buy patterns off the internet, always double check when you get them if they are actually complete as mentioned in the listings. And of course you have the ones that says sold as it is, which is always a gamble because they might be complete or not. And the last one is just so gorgeous. This one was a little bit more expensive than the previous ones, but this one is actually my size. This is a bust 33 and this is Simplicity 2959. This one is the one that makes everything worth it. I will probably be doing this one at some time very soon. Let me show you properly. As you can see, look at these pockets. I mean, it's just so gorgeous. I like everything about this design. But I mean, it is not a simple one to sew. In my opinion, it has several darts. You have the bust dart there. You have 2 darts at the waist. The skirt is made with several panels, so you can have this pocket right here with this piece that extends outwards. Of course, you can make it without that piece, but this is something that really is unique about this dress. I would find that this view number 1, would be great done in a wool for winter. And yeah, the buttons actually stop right here. Something that I found about several vintage sewing patterns, that the button placket doesn't go many times in the entire front of the dress. So it stops, as you can see right here in many of the ones. So enough for you to get into and out of the dress. And yeah, it saves you a few buttons, I guess, and the trouble of sewing all of those buttonholes. Which for me, I mean, I prefer a zipper anytime than be doing buttonholes. Checking the pieces a little bit, these sleeves do have darts in them as well. So again, I'm curious to see how they do. So 3 darts in the sleeve, that's a bit much. So this dress has a lot of darts. 1, 2, 3 in each side of the front, then 4 more at the back, then you have several panels, then you have 3 darts in each sleeve. So that's a lot, but hopefully that's worth it because this design is just chef's kiss. So these were all of the sewing patterns that I had to share with you guys today. But if you liked it, make sure you subscribe because there will be a part 2 soon, because someone has been shopping and bought a few more that should be coming soon. But if you want to see more from me right now, you may want to click on this video right here. And if you want to see another one, YouTube thinks that you like that one over there. Thank you a lot for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, do all of those YouTube nice things, and I'll see you on my next one. Happy crafting!